Oh my God, this is gonna be fun.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so as you guys know, periodically I ask Patreon and YouTube members a question, or at least give me a take, and I said I'll make a video on it. And today I'm talking about one that's pretty doggone fun. So as I said, I went over to Patreon, and I do this for YouTube members as well. So if you want to support the channel, link in the description for that. Become a Patreon member, YouTube member. It's only $2 per month, okay? But I say, hey, is there anything you want me to talk about, anything to discuss? And I got a few answers back on Patreon. But I like this one in particular by Mr. Fred. And he said, hey clan, love your stuff. How about a discussion on talent, basketball IQ, and athleticism? It seems to me those are the three qualities that define a player. Some have more than others, some don't have any. Let's have you rate our roster with those. Maybe. What do you think? Well, I think that is a phenomenal idea. So let's definitely talk about it. I don't want to do talent. That's a kind of weird one. Basketball IQ, maybe we'll do that for a separate video later on. But this is the one where I was like, oh yeah, I could definitely rank this. This is going to be fun. So let's do athleticism. So I made a tier list here on San Antonio Spurs, and not all players are here because it's very strange. Like, I don't know who's going to be definitely on the team this upcoming season, so bear with me. Also, this is being recorded on the 7th of July, okay? So if Jakob Poeltl is gone by the time this video comes out, I apologize. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. All right, but let's go ahead and dive into this. So let's start with Jakob Poeltl. All right, so I have, obviously you can see here, phenomenal athlete, great athlete, good athlete, okay athlete. And Jakob Poeltl, I feel like he has a lot of sneaky athleticism, So I'm not going to put him in okay athlete. And by the way, the reason why I didn't say bad athlete, because none of these guys are necessarily bad athletes, but I'm going to go with, since he does have a little bit of hops to him. He postered a couple times. I'm going to put him good athlete because he doesn't necessarily have the quickness to adjust defensively. He can kind of stagger on his own feet sometimes, but he does have good hops, so he's not just an okay athlete, okay? Now we're talking about Joshua Primo. Now, Josh Primo is very similar to Derek White in the regards that I feel like he has very sneaky athleticism. He's not necessarily someone that you see and you're like, oh, that's an athlete. He's more so has like sneaky athleticism, but I do believe he's more athletic than Jakob. So I'm gonna go with great athlete for Joshua Primo, okay? Doug McDermott, I don't think I have to explain this. I think everyone would agree. Dougie McBuckets, he's a okay. I'm going with okay here, okay, for Dougie McBuckets there. Malachi Branham, now this is one that's pretty because he has a lot of hops here and there. He had to really work on it, and as you guys already know, he started off being a pretty bad basketball player, but one thing he always had was his frame and his athleticism. But he's not a massively great athletic prospect or project or whatever you want to say. I'm gonna say Malachi is in the range of Jakob as far as good athlete. And we're definitely going to maneuver these a little bit, but I'm going to say he's a better athlete than Jakob. So I'm going to put good athlete right here in front of Jakob. All right, now we have Dom Barlow. This is a tough one, dude. It's not enough on him. It's just not enough. This one's tough. I'm going to go with, as it stands right now, just until I get to see more. But from what I've seen, I'm going to go with good athlete, but behind Jakob, okay? He's a good athlete, but slightly behind Jakob. Joe Wieskamp. I love you, Joe. I do. You're behind McBuckets, okay? The man doesn't have a lot of athleticism, okay? He just doesn't have a lot of speed, doesn't have a lot of quickness, doesn't have a lot of hops, but I do like him, and he's an okay athlete, all right? Just not a lot there. Keldon Johnson. Oh boy, Keldon Johnson. This is a tough one. Keldon, he's obviously not just an okay athlete. He's obviously a better athlete than Malachi Branham, Jakob, and Dom. Okay. Now, when I look at Josh, is he a better athlete than Josh? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he has a stupid amount of hops, a stupid amount of strength. I'm going to add that in athletic ability as well. I'm going to put him at great, but in front of Josh Primo. Okay, yeah, he's going in front of Josh Primo. Now Blake Wesley. Now I think, I don't think, if you argue with me on this, you're just wrong. Okay, you're just wrong. Blake Wesley, most definitely, I'm putting him okay. No, good. Great. Phenomenal. He's a phenomenal athlete. He is so fast. You don't necessarily get more athletic than Blake Wesley. Like he is S tier as far as athleticism. He has hops. He's like I say, he's fast. He's the first one down the court. If you watch highlights of him, he's passed all his team. In fast break situations, he runs past everyone on his team and the opposition. And that's not only because of his natural ability, but it's also because of his competitive edge. Not only that, he also talked about the 20 sprints in 2 minutes that he had to do versus the Washington Wizards. And it kind of seemed, as far as what he was saying, almost as if he insinuated that he was able to do it. And we already know the only other player that was able to do it was Dyson Daniels. But Blake Wesley didn't say he didn't complete it. So I'm going to assume he completed it. Phenomenal athlete, top tier. You don't get more athletic than that. Devin Vassell, okay, he's a sneaky one, okay? He is definitely a sneaky one because he definitely had a lot of showings this past season where it was like, oh, that's some huge athletic ability. I'm going to put Devin Vassell slightly, from what I've seen, slightly behind Josh Primo at great athlete. That's where I'm going to put Devin Vassell. I think he is a really great athlete, but slightly behind Josh Primo there. Jeremy Sohan, okay. You know I love me some Jeremy Sohan, but I'm going to be completely honest as well. Jeremy Sohan, as far as his athletic ability, it's not okay. It is good, and I'm going to put him in front of Dom Barlow, but slightly behind. No, you know what? No. I'm going to put him slightly behind Malachi and slightly in front of Jakob. So he's a good athlete, but that's where he's going to stand right now for me. All right, moving on. Keita Bates Diop. Oh man, he has some hops as far as getting blocks and everything, but he's not very quick. Honestly, guys, I gotta put him at okay. I'm gonna put him at okay, and I'm gonna put him right in front of Doug McBuckets. Okay, he's right in front of Doug McBuckets. As far as athleticism, Josh Richardson, that's a tough one. About 28. He is pretty quick. He has a little bit of hops. I'm going to put him in good, okay? I've already made my decision as far as putting him in good. It's just a matter of where I'm going to place him. I'm going to put him in front of Dom. I'm going to put him in front of Dom, slightly behind Jakob as far as athletic ability, okay? He's right there. Zach Collins, okay, this is talking about healthy Zach Collins, all right? He has to be healthy. A healthy Zach Collins, what does that look like? That man has hops. That man can fly. That man can get some crazy blocks, and his switchability is really good when he's on. I'm gonna put him great athlete, but behind Devin Vassell. That's where I'm gonna put him. Okay. Unfortunately, that's where I gotta put him. He has to be behind Devin Vassell. But I'm gonna put Zach Collins a great athlete. He is a very, very, very good athlete. All right, now, obviously we got. I'm gonna go with Trey Jones next. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about Trey Jones. Trey Jones, if we were doing the IQ tier list, he would be like top tier. He'd be up there. But as far as athleticism, he's all right. He's okay. He has a little bit of quickness to him, a little bit of speed. I'm gonna go with. This is tough. I'm gonna go with okay. I'm gonna go with okay. I'm gonna go with okay athlete. Okay. I'm gonna go with okay athlete. I hope that's not controversial. Is that controversial? I don't think it is. I don't think that's that controversial. Now, obviously, we have the last player in mind. Obviously, we have to talk about your boy Roby. Now, Roby, I absolutely love Isaiah Roby as far as what I've been seeing, and he has a really good defensive ability. He has quite a bit of hops, especially when it comes to, blocking shots and everything. I haven't seen a ton of them, so I could be wrong on this one, but I'm going to put him in good, and I'm going to put him slightly behind Jakob. Okay? I'm putting him slightly behind Jakob, but you know what? Dang, Josh Richardson. I don't know. He's kind of is he a better athlete? this is where I'm going. Yep, that's my final call right here. So as you can see, out of our roster right now, there's only one phenomenal athlete that I would point out, and that's going to be Blake Wesley. And I think the rest is, yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. You guys okay with this? I think this is a good list. I think this is a great list. Yeah, okay, all right. Let me know what was controversial, what you agree with, disagree with. This was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I had a lot of fun with this. I know I said kind of the same thing over and over too, like this person has speed, this is athleticism, man. What the heck am I supposed to say? I'm definitely gonna do one on IQ eventually, because this was pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, if you guys want to support the channel, I love doing the topics that Patreon and YouTube members suggest. So if you want to support, $2 per month, Patreon, YouTube links in the links in the description. I'll give it to you guys later, man. Until next time, deuces.